All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Sunil Verma and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Nation condoles demise of Indian sprint legend, flying Sikh Milkha Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers. 1 lakh COVID warriors to be trained in 6 customized job roles within 3 months. Prime Minister reiterates government's commitment to provide COVID-19 vaccine to everyone free of cost. Vaccination coverage to be expanded from Monday. Study shows chances of hospitalization reduced by 75 to 80% after vaccination. Over 27.2 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far. Madhya Pradesh government to launch mega vaccination drive from 21st of June. India and Bhutan ink Memorandum of Understanding for developing cooperation between two countries in area of environment. Indian Embassy in Beijing to organize International Day of Yoga celebrations tomorrow. In Eurocup football, Croatia and Czech Republic played out 1-1 draw in second game and Sweden beat Slovakia 1-0 last night. In cricket, India's Shefali Verma becomes youngest woman to score twin half centuries in her debut test. As many states are relaxing lockdown norms, we advise our listeners not to lower their guard as the COVID-19 pandemic remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow 4 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene and get vaccinated. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011 2397 8046 and 1075. And now the news. Indian sprint legend flying Sikh Milkha Singh passed away last night after a month-long battle with COVID-19. He was 91. The Padma Shri awardee is survived by his golfer son Jeev Milkha Singh and 3 daughters. His wife Nirmal Kaur lost her life recently to the coronavirus infection. Honorary Captain Milkha Singh was an Indian track and field sprinter who was introduced to the sport while serving in the Indian Army. He was the only athlete to win gold in 400 meters race at the Asian Games as well as the Commonwealth Games. He also won gold medals in the 1958 and 1962 Asian Games. In an exclusive interview with Prasar Bharati, Milkha Singh had shared his memories of equaling the record of Melbourne Olympic gold medalist.
1958 के अंदर नेशनल गेम्स कटक के अंदर हुई, उसके अंदर जब मैंने पहली बार उस रिकॉर्ड को छुआ जो लड़का मेलबोर्न के अंदर फर्स्ट आया था ओलंपिक के अंदर, तो मुझे यकीन नहीं हो रहा था कि मैं ये टाइम निकाल सकता हूं। और ये इतना चर्चा हुआ मिल्खा सिंह का सारी दुनिया के अंदर कि ये एक नया लड़का निकला है जो कि इसने वर्ल्ड के मुकाबले के जो टाइमिंग्स हैं उनके अंदर ये आ गया है। तो मुझे यकीन नहीं था कि मैं ये टाइम निकाल सकता हूं।
The Flying Sikh represented India in the 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne, the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome, and the 1964 Summer Olympics in Tokyo. He was awarded the Padma Shri, India's 4th highest civilian honour, in recognition of his sporting achievements. President Ram Nath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, and many other ministers have expressed grief over the demise of sporting icon Milkha Singh. They also expressed their deepest condolences to his family and countless followers. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the government is committed to provide free-of-cost COVID-19 vaccine to everyone. He said vaccination coverage will be expanded from the 21st of June onwards.
21 जून से जो टीकाकरण अभियान शुरू हो रहा है, उससे जुड़ी अनेक गाइडलाइंस जारी की गई है। अब 18 साल से ऊपर के साथियों को वही सुविधा मिलेगी जो अभी तक 45 साल से ऊपर के हमारे महानुभावों को मिल रही थी। केंद्र सरकार हर देशवासी को मुफ्त टीका लगाने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है।
Talking about the changing nature of the coronavirus and the country's resilience to deal with this infectious disease, Mr. Modi has said, COVID-19 pandemic has helped in developing a robust medical infrastructure in the country. He said, this pandemic has helped the government, science, society, institutions and individuals to expand their capabilities. He stressed on creating medical infrastructure in the country to deal with the growing challenge of mutant coronavirus. He said, new AIIMS medical colleges and nursing colleges have been set up in the last few years. He said, millions of youth are required to expand the medical infrastructure in the country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today launched a customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers. With the launch, the program in 111 training centers spread over 26 states has commenced. The program aims to skill and upskill over 1 lakh COVID warriors across the country, and the training will be completed in 2 to 3 months. Highlighting the importance of this skill development program, Mr. Modi has said, unprecedented efforts are being made to create a large pool of trained healthcare workers in the country.
हमारी जनसंख्या को देखते हुए हेल्थ सेक्टर में डॉक्टर, नर्स और पैरामेडिकल से जुड़ी जो विशेष सेवाएं हैं, उनका विस्तार करते रहना उतना ही आवश्यक है। बीते 7 साल में नए एम्स, नए मेडिकल कॉलेज और नए नर्सिंग कॉलेज के निर्माण पर बहुत ज्यादा बल दिया गया। इनमें से अधिकांश ने काम करना शुरू भी कर दिया है। इसी तरह मेडिकल एजुकेशन और इससे जुड़े संस्थानों में रिफॉर्म्स को प्रोत्साहित किया जा रहा है।
The Prime Minister has said customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers will provide skill training to over 1 lakh youths in the country, and the training will open new job opportunities for the youth.
The Union Health Ministry has said that India continues to register a decline in daily active cases of COVID-19 and further improvement in recovery from infection. Addressing media in New Delhi yesterday, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agarwal, said that continuous decline in daily cases is being noticed since India reported a peak with nearly 4,14,000 cases on the 7th of May. He said now almost 85% decline in such cases has been seen since the highest reported peak in daily new cases. He said,
पिछले 24 घंटे का डेटा एनालाइज करें तो पाते हैं कि देश में 62,480 केसेस रिपोर्ट हुए हैं, यानी कि जो पीक हमने देखी उसमें करीब 85% डिक्लाइन इन टर्म्स ऑफ द केसेस विच आर गेटिंग रिपोर्टेड उसमें हमने ऑब्जर्व किया है। हम देखें तो पाते हैं कि पिछले 11 दिनों से देश में डेली बेसिस पर जो रिपोर्ट हो रहे हैं वह 1 लाख से कम है।
On recovery rate from the infection, Mr. Agarwal said that the country is also witnessing a consistent increase in recovery rate. He said on the 3rd day of May, the overall recovery rate was 81.8% and now it has reached the mark of 96%. Member Health Niti Aayog Dr. V.K. Paul said that the study conducted on the healthcare workers about vaccination suggests that chances of hospitalization reduced by 75 to 80% after vaccination when an individual gets infected from coronavirus. He said the study clearly shows that the vaccination provides protection from serious infection.
स्टडीज ये दिखाती हैं कि वैक्सीन लग जाता है तो हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन की जरूरत का जो चांस है वो 75-80% कम हो जाता है। ऑक्सीजन की जरूरत सिर्फ 8% की ही पॉसिबिलिटी रहती है। जिनको नहीं मिला उनको 100 तो इनको सिर्फ 8 और उससे सीरियस आईसीयू एडमिशन है। ये डेटा मेरे सामने दिखाता है कि आईसीयू एडमिशन में 6% रिस्क रह जाता है। प्रोटेक्शन 94% हो जाता है।
India achieved a significant milestone in its ongoing COVID-19 vaccination drive yesterday. On its 154th day of the drive, the cumulative COVID vaccination coverage crossed the 27 crore mark. The cumulative figure stands at 27 crore 20 lakh 72,645. Union Health Ministry in a statement said that 19 lakh 43,765 vaccine doses were administered as first dose and 77,989 vaccine doses were given as second dose in the age group of 18 to 44 years. It said cumulatively over 5 crore 15 lakh persons across 37 states and UTs have received their first dose and total 11 lakh 40,679 have received their second dose since the start of phase 3 of the nationwide vaccination drive. The centre has asked the state government of Punjab to prepare sites and take up allied activities on priority for timely installation and commissioning of the pressure swing adsorption PSA plants in a mission mode. Addressing media on oxygen generation plants, sanctioned under PM CARES Fund for the state of Punjab, Housing and Urban Affairs Minister Hardeep Singh Puri referred to the letter written to the Punjab government in this regard. The letter was written by Secretary, Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs and Union Health Secretary, who have asked the state to prepare sites and take up allied activities on priority for timely installation and commissioning of the 41 PSA plants.
In Madhya Pradesh, the state government has set a target of 10 lakh vaccinations on 21st of June. The state government will launch mega vaccination drive from 21st of June. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said that efforts will be made in future also, that approximately the same target should be taken in the state every day. With this target, 100% vaccination of above 18 years people in the state will be completed by October-November. The Chief Minister was reviewing the situation, arrangements and vaccination work of corona in the state. More from our correspondent.
The weekly positivity rate of all 52 districts has come down to less than 1%. 5 or more new cases reported in only 4 districts. Bhopal reported 24, Indore reported 21, Jabalpur reported 9 and Ujjain reported 5 new cases. There is no new case of COVID in 23 districts of the state. The 7-day positivity rate is 0.3%. The state reported 110 new cases of corona, while the number of active patients reduced to 2,727. Pooja Pivardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
The Gujarat government has decided to launch walk-in vaccination for the 18 to 44 years age group at all vaccination centres in the state from the 21st of June. This decision was taken in a state core committee meeting chaired by Chief Minister Vijay Rupani at Gandhinagar last evening. More from our correspondent.
The walk-in vaccination will be launched from 3 p.m. on Monday due to celebrations of World Yoga Day. The walk-in vaccination against the COVID-19 across the state will help to vaccinate the people without any prior registration. This will continue at all vaccination centers till the availability of the vaccine. However, the priority will be given to the healthcare workers, frontline warriors, and the people above 45 with comorbidities. The people with prior online registration will also get priority. This decision has been taken to cover the maximum number of people to protect them from COVID-19. Gujarat has already vaccinated more than 2 crore 15 lakh people till now. Yogesh Pandya, AIR News, Ahmedabad.
Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that out of the 20 samples sent for testing for Manipur, 18 samples came out to be of the variant of COVID-19 called Delta variant. Speaking on the launch of Ayush 64, a polyherbal formulation in the state held yesterday in Imphal, Mr. Singh said that the major cause of rapid spread of positive cases in Manipur is due to the Delta variant. The Chief Minister urged the public to be more careful and follow COVID-appropriate behavior and standard operating procedures issued by the state government from time to time to prevent the infection from the new variant. In Nagaland, daily COVID recoveries continue to outnumber fresh infections for the last 7 days. The state today reported another 362 recovered cases with 56 fresh cases. With the recovery rate improving to 86.67%, the total number of recovered cases has gone up to 20,887. Out of the total 24,097 confirmed cases, the state's active cases dipped to 2,059. The state also added 1 new COVID death to the list, taking the cumulative number to 453.
The National Institute of Virology Pune has put up a relentless fight against the coronavirus since the very beginning. NIV Pune developed India's first indigenous antibody testing kit, ELISA. In an interview with All India Radio News, Director of NIV Pune, Dr. Priya Abraham said, RT-PCR assay is distributed from NIV can detect all the variants of COVID-19.
RT-PCR assay distributed from NIV, it detects 3 separate regions of the virus's genome. So these variants, till now, whatever the variants, alpha, beta, gamma, delta, none of these variants have escaped detection by the RT-PCR. The RT-PCR used in the country can pick up every variant thus far.
Dr. Abraham said that everybody should take it upon themselves to tell 2 people at least to get vaccinated and follow all COVID protocols. Tune into the FM Gold channel of AIR at 9:15 tonight to listen to the full interview.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Nation condoles demise of Indian sprint legend flying Sikh Milkha Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers. 1 lakh COVID warriors to be trained in 6 customized job roles within 3 months. Prime Minister reiterates government's commitment to provide COVID-19 vaccine to everyone free of cost. Vaccination coverage to be expanded from Monday. Study shows chances of hospitalization reduced by 75 to 80% after vaccination. Over 27.20 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far. Madhya Pradesh government to launch mega vaccination drive from 21st of June. India and Bhutan ink Memorandum of Understanding for developing cooperation between two countries in area of environment. Indian Embassy in Beijing to organize International Day of Yoga celebrations tomorrow. In Euro Cup football, Croatia and Czech Republic played out 1-1 draw in second game of Sweden beat Slovakia 1-0 last night. In cricket, India's Shefali Verma becomes youngest woman to score twin half-centuries in her debut test. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
The Centre is disseminating awareness of national helpline numbers for the benefit of citizens during the COVID-19 pandemic. The helpline number of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry is 1075. The Child Helpline number is 1098. For senior citizens of Delhi, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, the helpline number is 14567. The helpline number of the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, for psychological support is 08046110007. The Ayush COVID-19 Counselling helpline number is 14443. And MyGov WhatsApp help desk number is 9013151515.
The Central Board of Secondary Education, CBSE, has written to all the affiliated schools, informing them that an IT system is being developed in-house, which will be made available to all the concerned schools, sponsoring students for Class 12 for calculation of results. It said the system will ease down the calculation work, reduce the time taken, and so many other hassles. It also added that this system will also pre-populate marks of Class 10th of the students who passed from CBSE. Efforts will also be made to take other boards' Class 10th results data. On Thursday, CBSE had issued the policy for tabulation of marks for Class 12 board examinations, and in this regard, CBSE has decided to assist the result committee and schools in preparation for the results of their schools. Minister of Labour and Employment Santosh Gangwar has said that the government is committed towards the health, safety and welfare of workers. Mr. Gangwar said this in New Delhi while releasing pamphlets elaborating a slew of measures towards the welfare of workers and their family members during the pandemic. He said the government's endeavour is to ensure the facilities reach the people for whom these have been formulated. The minister said the government is cognizant of the evolving situation under the pandemic. He said the ministry would continue, if needed, to go the extra mile in a resilient and responsive manner to protect the health and lives of workers and their family members, along with protecting them from hardships in these challenging times.
The central and state governments are coordinating actions to ensure that prices of pulses remain at fair and reasonable levels. The Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution in a statement said that prices of tur, moong dal and urad have stabilized and are showing a declining trend. It said the average increase in the prices of these pulses during the period 1st of April 2021 to 16th of June 2021 as compared to the period from 1st of January 2021 to 31st of March has been 0.95%, which is much lower as compared to 8.93% witnessed in the corresponding period of 2020. Department of Consumer Affairs, which monitors the prices of essential commodities on a regular basis, took the initiative of stock declaration and monitoring of stock of pulses to ensure its availability to consumers at affordable prices and to bridge the demand and supply gap. The Union Government has said that procurement of wheat in ongoing Rabi marketing season is continuing smoothly in the procuring states. So far, a quantity of over 431 lakh metric tons of wheat has been procured, which is all-time high, as it has exceeded previous high of 389.92 lakh metric tons of Rabi marketing season 2020-2021. Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution in a statement said that wheat procurement in Rajasthan has reached all-time high of 22.50 lakh metric tons.
India and Bhutan have inked a memorandum of understanding for developing cooperation between the two countries in the area of environment. The MOU was signed virtually by Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Prakash Zavadekar from the Indian side, and Minister of Foreign Affairs and Chairperson of the National Environment Commission, Leonpo Dr. Tandi Dorji, from the Bhutanese side. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Zavadekar said the MOU will open new vistas of bilateral cooperation in the area of climate change and waste management. Describing the relationship between the two countries as symbolic, he said, India wants to engage with Bhutan on environment-related issues, including climate change. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa has welcomed the decision of National Green Tribunal, NGT, to close the suo motu proceedings on forming a committee to do a spot inspection at the Mekedatu project site in Karnataka. The Tamil Nadu government is opposing the project and wanted a spot inspection to find out whether Karnataka had made preparations to build a reservoir at Mekedatu without environmental clearance. Mekedatu project proposed by Karnataka will help generate 4,000 megawatt of power and supply water to Bengaluru. Chief Minister Yediyurappa said that NGT has given a green signal to the project. Law Minister Basavaraj Bommai said that Karnataka has not violated any norms and the state will pursue the original suits pending before the Supreme Court on this issue. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has strongly condemned the statement from Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa on the construction of Mekedatu Reservoir at Kaveri. In a statement, Mr. Stalin said that such an act was against the interests of lakhs of farmers in Tamil Nadu. He told that the statement by Karnataka Chief Minister that a dam would be built as soon as the union government would permit it was totally uncalled for when the issue was in the Supreme Court.
Indian Embassy in Beijing will organize International Day of Yoga celebrations tomorrow. Around 500 people will participate in the event. The yoga sessions, which include group yoga sessions as per Common Yoga Protocol of Government of India and advanced yoga demonstrations, will be led by leading Indian yoga guru in China, Mohan Bhandari. Mohan Bhandari is the first Indian yoga guru who came to China from Rishikesh in 2003 and established his yoga institute, Yogi Yoga, which is the largest in China at the moment. In an exclusive talk with Prasar Bharati correspondent in Beijing, Mr. Bhandari spoke about yoga's popularity in China and International Day of Yoga.
आज चाइना में जो योग का प्रसार है, it becomes so popular. Every household now know about yoga, and each and every family there are some people who are practicing yoga. And एक बहुत अच्छी चीज है चाइना में, जो जवान लोग हैं 20 से 30 साल के बीच में, उनके बीच में योग बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलर है.
Yoga is hugely popular among Chinese people. Around 15 yoga centers are actively working in Beijing, with many having more than 10,000 students and few having more than 50,000 students. Many Chinese students have also started their own yoga institutes. Mr. Bhandari said that International Day of Yoga is a gift from India to mankind, and it has enhanced India's pride at international level.
जो योग दिवस है एक बहुत बड़ा सेलिब्रेशन है योग का, और इसकी वजह से जो रिस्पेक्ट है लोगों में भारत के प्रति वो बहुत बढ़ती है. मतलब उनको लगता है कि जो भारत है वो देना चाहता है लोगों को, कि दे शुड हैव अ गुड हेल्थ, दे शुड हैव अ क्वाइट माइंड, एंड इफ वी हैव दिस टू थिंग्स we will be happy people, and that is what is the nature human have, to be happy. From birth to the death, whatever we are doing, there is only one purpose, to get happiness. I think our Prime Minister has done a great job to bring the happiness to each and everyone.
Mr. Bhandari praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi's vision to bring yoga to an international level which spreads peace and happiness.
In Eurocup football, Croatia and Czech Republic played out a 1-1 draw in the second game of the Euro 2020 in Group D at Hampden Park in Scotland last night. Meanwhile, England edged closer to a spot in the last 16 with a goalless draw against neighbours Scotland at a rain-swept Wembley. Scotland will next take on Croatia at Hampden Park, while England face the Czech Republic at Wembley Stadium. Both fixtures will be played on Tuesday, the 22nd of June. Earlier, the Netherlands qualified for the last 16 after beating Austria 2-0 at the Johan Cruyff Arena in Amsterdam. In yet another encounter at St. Petersburg last night, Sweden beat Slovakia 1-0.
In men's cricket, rain wiped out the entire first day of the World Test Championship finals between India and New Zealand in Southampton, United Kingdom. Heavy rain fell throughout Friday, preventing a ball being bowled, and play was abandoned at 7:18 p.m. India time. As per the forecast, weather is to improve over the weekend, with play set to begin at 3 p.m. India time today. In women's cricket test at Bristol, India's 17-year-old Shefali Verma became the youngest woman and the fourth overall to score twin half-centuries in her debut test. After scoring 96 in the first knock, Shefali was unbeaten on 55 in the second essay when play was halted due to rain. Earlier in the day, Indian women resumed at 187 for a loss of 5 wickets but were bowled out for 231, giving the hosts a healthy lead of 165 runs. Having been forced to follow on, India is still trailing by 82 runs. With 35 days to go for Tokyo Olympic Games, All India Radio is bringing you Up and Close today with women wrestler Vinesh Phogat.
Born on 25th of August 1994 in Bhiwani district of Haryana, Vinesh became the first Indian female wrestler to win gold in both the Commonwealth and Asian Games. Vinesh is currently training overseas with her Hungarian coach Waller Akis till the Tokyo Games. Having been termed as favourite to win a medal at 2016 Rio Games, Vinesh suffered a freak knee injury during her quarter-final bout against Sun Yanin of China and had to be stretched out. But that didn't stop her from becoming world number 1 in March this year.
And now let us take a look at the weather forecast for the day. The national capital Delhi will see a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees and the maximum will go up to 36 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. The minimum temperature was 26 degrees Celsius. Maximum will be around 32 degrees. Chennai will see a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The temperature will vary between 27 and 37 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will see a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Jammu will have a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Srinagar will have a partly cloudy sky becoming generally cloudy towards afternoon or evening or night. Leh will have a partly cloudy sky. Gilgit will see a mainly clear sky. Muzaffarabad will have a mainly clear sky becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. Dehradun will have a partly cloudy sky. Coming back to Muzaffarabad, the minimum temperature was 19 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 34 degrees Celsius.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. COVID rules slotting to hasten third wave can't allow it, says High Court headlines the Asian Age. Third COVID wave by October, predict medical experts, reports a Pioneer. Active cases below 8 lakh after 73 days, writes a Statesman. Below 5% positivity rate in 531 district, headline the Tribune, but quotes the government as saying that herd immunity level for COVID protection is unclear. Vaccinated healthcare workers' data show a fall in hospitalization, writes the Indian Express. According to a study carried out in the United Kingdom, COVID eats into grey matter, its cognition, reports the Hindustan Times.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Nation condoles demise of Indian sprint legend flying Sikh Milkha Singh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi launches customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers. 1 lakh COVID warriors to be trained in 6 customized job roles within 3 months. Prime Minister reiterates government's commitment to provide COVID-19 vaccine for everyone free of cost. Vaccination coverage to be expanded from Monday. Study shows chances of hospitalization reduced by 75 to 80% after vaccination. Over 27.2 crore COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far. Madhya Pradesh government to launch mega vaccination drive from 21st of June. India and Bhutan ink memorandum of understanding for developing cooperation between the two countries in area of environment. Indian Embassy in Beijing to organize International Day of Yoga celebrations tomorrow. In Eurocup football, Croatia and Czech Republic played out 1-1 draw in second game, and Sweden beat Slovakia 1-0 last night. And in cricket, India Shefali Verma becomes youngest woman to score twin half-centuries in her debut test. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.